And we're live. Welcome. And I went ahead with the long intro today. Did you see that, Aubyns, since we're actually on time?
Yeah.
Go with the long intro, and I was like, boom. Which that was one of Aubyns Sites of the Week. I can't remember the name of that one. I can't remember the name of that one, but that was actually a really good website. You could create your own music. Fun time.
Yeah.
Oh, look at, hey, you're going to have to mute yourself. I'm starting to hear myself every time.
Okay.
So just, I mean, in between. So, but hey, before I go mutant, so how are you doing? What's up with you? How's everything going?
I'm alive right now. Slowly getting better.
We
I
noticed.
hope. Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually sitting around at home in my house pants. So we're getting better. It's
Good.
cold out today. I don't think it matches up to what you guys got up there in CA. Yeah. How cold is it for you there?
Let's take a look here.
So cold that you'd rather be back in South Kakalaki, right?
North Kakalaki.
North Kakalaki, sorry.
It's a balmy minus 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit, folks.
I love to laugh at you about that, you know.
Minus 18. This morning it was minus 26. And tonight will get even colder. Oh, it was honestly, the car was like, because I don't have that plug-in.
You have the startup. Yeah,
I don't have that. Well, I have a startup, but I don't have that. They have block heaters. On a lot of people.
Oh,
have
yeah.
Plug it in. To
yeah,
keep
you
car.
better get one in them out there. You.
I might need to.
Does Blue ever need to use one of those or?
Well, no, her car seems to do all right. I mean, mine it did all right, but it was thinking about
Saying no, not today. I'm going back to sleep.
Eddie says minus 31 Celsius. So yeah, it's in the 20s here, a little bit under
Yeah.
or over 20s under. So yeah, very cold. Definitely. What did I see? I just saw. Where did I miss that? I had it pulled up here just a second ago. Mr. Beach, Incredibeats. Incredibeats. Yeah, that was a site of the week. Great one. We ought to have like a collection of sites of the week, like a whole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We
You
need
know,
like a.
I was putting them in the player pass room. There's like a little section for sites of the week, but I guess we could make something up
It needs to just be
and
someplace where
be able to
people
put
can
it out
pull
there
it.
for
Yeah,
everyone.
you know what I mean? It's like a text document
Yeah.
somewhere, or even in
Yeah,
StreamYard,
I could
or
do
not
a text.
StreamYard,
Yeah,
on
and
Telegram.
right, and I'll just pin it. I'll just
Yeah,
create a PDF or something, put it up there that you can at least click on the link and be able to get there.
yeah, good time.
Fair enough,
So
guys.
yeah, I think hopefully, because I think there's a lot of good. There's some good sites, and you end up forgetting about them. Stuart says 0 in upstate New York. Trevor's nice to see you. He's glad to see you back and going at it. Look at this. Over in the Caribbean, it's only 76 degrees. He's probably got a jacket on. Oh,
Yeah, he must. He must.
but I didn't have
It's
bus.
like 9 degrees here, and for me,
It's
yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's cold, and like I said, tonight gets a little colder. So we'll see. So yeah, Michael, yeah, his Aubyns frame rate is slower because he's got a POS laptop that he will not do anything with.
I won't change. Yeah, I know. I know. I have to do something with it.
He's got to do something.
But Michael, I'm the last person you want to talk about. Okay, really, and everyone knows it. Everyone knows how cruel I can be.
He's cruel. He can. Here we got 40 degrees in northern Arizona. Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
neat.
what's it? Tan. Nice to see everybody. So we got everybody hanging in there.
Yeah.
It's a great privilege. I threw people's names as we were doing the intro, so we had a nice long intro. So thanks, thanks for everyone joining in here, and we really appreciate you joining us live, because it's even more that you're taking time out of your regular day. And this is a regular Fridays. We do it. So if you've not watched the show before, what we do is we try to talk about a lot of the streaming topics that may impact you and your streaming, and tech. We will talk about a lot of tech stuff too. Aubyn tends to talk about movies. Yeah, bro.
I just wanted to mention real quick that there's no VR. There's no big screen tonight.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, Beach is off on the side. He's resting his eyes because we got a tough man tonight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
everyone beware of that. That starts at 7. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll talk about that towards the end of the show. But yeah, it's definitely got some tough man. West Virginia tough man's on tonight. So, yeah. So we got that going on. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. And if you have a question, ask the question, and Aubyn will pin it, and then will poke me and say, "Hey, check out the starred things that I post for you, Dabs. You're not paying attention." So because sometimes I get on a tangent and can rattle on. Sometimes I hear you over there snorting. Yeah, and the wife over there saying, "Yes, that is the definite truth." Anybody, even if you meet me in person, there is no shortage of verbiage.
I'll atone to that.
So hey, I love y'all. And hey,
I love you too, brother.
I am who I am. There's no
I
hiding who
know.
I am. I don't play. I don't. People when they say, Dabs, are you for real? No, what you see is what you get.
That's right. Same
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. Aubyn is real people. So again, we talk about different tech topics, and so we will do our best. If you have a question, post it over there, and we'll do our best to hit on that topic. And we're going to jump around. And if some of the one of these days, Doc Swift, I got to organize this. If he wants to, him and some of the other group want to join the panel, some of the bigger name YouTube folks want to join the panel, more than welcome to join the panel, because We like to have a good time and talk about all kinds of different topics. This isn't too structured of a show. I see everybody. Vizel's jumping in here. Jim's jumping in here. We got lots and lots of folks jumping in here. Cody 21. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and get started on our.
I can't wait for it. Okay, yeah.
Shut up. You
That's
know
where I
what?
might jump in
No,
because
you're not. No,
me
you're
and
not.
20,
You didn't
me and
jump in
20,
on 20. You didn't
listen,
jump in on
I
20.
did listen. As a matter of fact, as a matter, it's okay. 20 is on my list. You know,
So you're breaking up because
want to
all
know
of a sudden now
why?
your
Because I
computer
come
won't
up
let you
with
do it.
Cody, and I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna put you on Dabs as repo, and you'll load that up. And hey, it worked great. He called me back today and said it worked great. And so but I did load Cody 20 on my Shield. That's why I guess I got to redo my Shield now too.
Oh, so yeah, we'll all right. So this has been a topic, and I try to cover this on the front end of this so that people, because it is kind of a hot button topic with a lot of us more serious hobbyers. Should you go to 20? Do you not go to 20? And I'll give you a short answer so that if you want the Reader Digest, and for you younger people, that was like a really small book. The Reader's Digest version of this is no, it is not ready for the mass public. Does it work? Yes. Is there, uh, will you have issues? You might. Will those issues be fixed right away? Maybe. But if you want stable right now, I would still stick to 19. But 20 does work. I have it on my Shield. People complain about a lot of crashing and issues like that. Now, there are people that have reports of that. I have had very little crashing. Um, people over on our side chat, we got 58 people in here. So the people over on the side chat that are using 20, uh, give me, how should we rating? Should they give a thumbs up or a yes or no? Should they be using it right now? What do you think? You're on mute, Bob. There you go. Wait, no, wait. You're muted.
They should give us uh a one if they're a one and then a space and then a yes and or a two that they're not using it and a no or something like that.
Yeah, I want to know. Do you think you should be on 20? If you're on 20, do you like it? Are you getting crashes or that? I'm trying to get a judge on.
Well, they could just type in whether or not they like it or
Yeah,
not if they're
yeah. I'm
using it.
just
How
yeah.
about
Let
we
us
do
know.
that?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got 58 people in the side chat. So for the people that are using 20, what's your thoughts? Do you like it? Not like it? Is it working good? Not working good? Larry's got a thing in here. Voice search is now working in 20, and that is very true. If you have the NVIDIA Shield 19, broke the voice search if you wanted to do a search and it fill in the for the in the keypad. It was broke on 19, just didn't work. But 20, it does work. I have had a couple issues once in a while on it because on the voice thing, but for the most part, it works. I've had very little crashes on my device. Now, my device was the K app, all by K20 by itself. It was a fork, but I had nothing installed on top of it. Took 20, then I added my build to it. It's had very little crashes. There are some bugs. There are the first bug, and someone mentioned it last year, or excuse me, last year. Last week, someone mentioned it, and it was on the calibration screen. Someone says the calibration screen isn't working, and that is true because when you try to calibrate to adjust K20 to fit your TV, it lights up, but nothing moves. So
Ooh, that sucks.
yeah, so my TV fit, but if someone's didn't, it would be a pain in the ass to fix. So,
That
uh,
definitely is.
yeah. So I'm gonna glance through some of these comments. What you got? You can well, yeah. So, not sure. if you can grab some of the people's votes on if they're using 20, if they like 20. I do think 20 is a little snappier. It does the voice chat does work. It's and again, when I say snappier, we're not talking day and night, folks. I'm not talking, Ford Pinto versus a Ferrari. I'm talking small increases. So could it be that I just have less add-ons? I have the same amount on my board.
I gotta say it was faster.
Uh,
I would give it that. I do give it that.
Okay.
When it's on my shield.
Yeah, and I find it runs really well. Downside is some people have crashing, and we didn't talk about this. I don't think we talked about this last week, and that has to do with a lot of the crashing is happening has to do with the element tree. And I can't remember if it's a module or script or this or that, but inside K20 it writes to the element tree, and it's been talked about on Reddit and the different forums that when multiple things are writing to this element tree script module a program, again, I'm not sure which one you want to call it, but when it's writing to the element tree, too many things is writing to it at the same time, it crashes. That's what crashes K20, and it crashes out. So the more things that you have installed and the more widgets that you're running and the more background processes that you're running and the more things that you added to your setup, that increases the chances of multiple things writing to that element tree. Now we know that the skin shortcut, if I'm not mistaken, was one of those items that could be writing to it. So some skins use the skin shortcuts, some don't. So not all skins that use the skin shortcut crash it, but some do. And maybe if they're writing to too many things, I've seen lots of widget issues, and that's if you're running some of these builds with a lot of widgets tend to have a higher number of crashes. Now we're going to get messages that says, I run, 12 widgets and it never crashes. Okay. My point is that it does increase the odds of it. Not that you're going to, but it does increase your odds. So if I had to suggest to someone, I would say stick to 19. If you're willing to deal with a few crashes and your build is not too big, 20 can work for you. I've had very few crashes with mine. I do think it's a little snappier for me. And is it going that element tree issue has got to be fixed? I want to say Loki posted a thing in the shadow room just this past week. And again, on Telegram, there's a room, shadow room, and Loki is a member in that room. He actually posted a skin change that you could make add some lines to the skin in the XML, and that it actually alleviated some of the crashes or all of his crashes. So if you're on 20 right now, you're a little bit of a beta tester. And if you're okay with that, great, stick to it. But if you're a person that is not comfortable with a beta testing, you just want stable, you might want to stick to that 19.4, 19.5, something like that to give you more stable version. So yeah, I see lots of people seem to be having a lot of problems or no issues. So I see numerous people Stan. I see
Yeah,
Michael
it's a
says,
lot of playback issues, really.
yeah,
You
and
know, trying to play something to the end.
only time I saw playback issues when I first started a movie and the audio started and the video didn't.
Mhm.
And I saw that. I only saw it once though. So was it just an anomaly or was that an issue? I can't say that it's consistent. It just happened. I see. I have 20 on my Fire Stick One computer, still running 1945 by my cube. So far, no problem with 20. That's what SDR says. So yeah. All right. So Slamless. Oh, see, this is a guy we need to have on the show right here.
Yeah.
Our bug Slamless. Very knowledgeable guy. Element Tree is an XML parser that reads and writes to the XML. So again, people smarter than me are be friends with people smarter than yourself, because then you actually look smarter than you are. If that sounds terrible, but again, we work together. Everybody helps and tries to understand this thing. But yeah, thank you, Slam, for that appreciation, or giving me that knowledge on that part. Here Slamless says, with all due respect to the dev, I can fairly confident to saying Saren's startup services crash on some devices. And this goes back to the lower devices that you're running. You may see more crashes. So I'm running mine on NVIDIA Shield. And Auburn, you'd be running yours on NVIDIA Shield. People that are running this on a Fire Stick. If you're running this on a Fire Stick, are you going to have tons of crashes? No, but your odds increase. The less storage space you have, the odds increase. So you can hit the lottery with one ticket with, a million people doing it, or you could not hit it and have, I'm trying to think how to say that. It's just your odds. Not to say that you will or won't, but it can increase your odds. So Warlock, our boy. Yeah, it's dead. It's dead. I said dead. So if you're using it, one of the things that I mentioned to you about last week, Fen and Venom have worked together. They tend to work together. They on a lot of scripts and background stuff, and they did fix that problem. And I don't know if I mentioned it last week. They fixed the issue with the reused language Invoker, which has been an issue, especially with the Venom add-on. I didn't see it that much with Fen, but I know a lot of people had the issue with on Venom. It has seemed to been fixed. Both of those add-ons, Venom and Fen, have pushed updates. That's been supposedly taken care of. So that is great news. Thanks to the guys working on these add-ons to make them work well. Because for what we do in this hobby is only because of the hard work that numerous developers and people that and not even, they don't even have to be a developer. They can just be people that help with a little bit of code, test things, come up with ideas. So it's good to see that. Oh, and we have a smartass that's going to join the group. What's up?
Hello.
Hey, and reuse language Invoker is all one word. It's all one word.
I'm sorry.
No. But no, that's how you can remember it. Reuse language Invoker.
No, I look at it as 3 words.
Yeah, it sounds like, but they crammed them all together.
I understand. I know what you mean.
That was for months they've been telling people to actually disable that feature on a lot of people if they had a lot of crashes. But supposedly now that's been fixed. I don't use Venom, so I can't speak personally. I know I use Fen, and I have very few problems. So what's up, Mr. Smartass?
Nothing much.
All right.
So I'm looking through.
Just checking out some websites here while I talk to you guys.
Oh gosh. Good, we know this man. He is always working. Always. Yeah. He is working for the community's common good.
And these crazy requests that these people have. Yeah. Shows you didn't know exist.
I know.
I will say that Mr. Smartass down there been in the community for a long time. Mr. Grindhouse has been around a long time and doing some of the stuff he finds is when people are like, oh, I can't find this, can't find that, and for somehow he can find these crazy things. And if you follow Grindhouse and some of his add-ons, a plethora of older content as well as more adult content. How about would that be?
Sure.
You see, I tried to put that in a correct way.
I got to say he's got a lot. Puts me to shame. Really, I'm just whoo, man.
I just gave Dabs access to my Plex.
So that reminds me. So we were messing around last night or night before, and we were like looking through the categories in naked news. So Blue's like, you got to turn
You
that.
never
I gotta
watched
see what
that
that is."
before?
No,
It's
Oh,
Canadian.
come
I
on.
never heard of it. But you know what
Yeah,
bothered me? They
yeah.
weren't naked. If you call it naked news, I want to see naked, not somebody in a teddy or in
It's the
lingerie.
build-up.
No. Come on now, let's get going. So, yeah. So yeah, it was definitely plethora of content. He's got the shows. It is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's like,
Yep.
what?
Yep.
I didn't even think about that show, and I haven't thought about that show in forever. And so yeah, so you're still running 19, right? I know you're still running 19, if not 18,
For
for your
builds and
daily,
stuff,
your
I
daily driver. What you're using every day for yourself.
absolutely nothing.
Yeah. What he has to watch something first.
Yes.
So, all right. So we all make jokes in this because some of the people that are in the community doing stuff never watch anything. They collect and help and fix and get this, find that, and they never watch anything. And that was one of the reasons why where we talked about having player pass, because there was so many of us that collected and got and never watched, and then player pass kind of forced us to watch stuff. So Mr. Smartass, you don't ever watch any of that stuff. You don't.
The only
What
thing
was
I've
the
been
last thing you
watching,
watched? How about that?
I watch maybe an episode of Family Guy or half an episode every day when I eat,
Okay,
but
that's
that's
good.
about it.
You need to watch Paradise PD. If you love Family Guy, just put Paradise PD puts Family Guy to shame.
I started
It's
watching that,
what
then I
it's
heard
what.
some political BS, and I'm like, screw this
Oh,
show.
okay, okay.
Oh, here's Nookie says it's like a good drug dealer. They don't use it. Yeah.
Well,
Just
then
let everybody
I
else.
really need help then, because I watch everything.
Yeah. So,
No, I just don't watch anything, and then I'm usually helping people and stuff, and then if I'm going to watch something, why would I use Kodi or Plex or anything like that when I can just double click on it on my computer and it's playing?
no, that's
So
true.
you'd have to find it on your computer.
Yeah, well, as many hard drives as I have, I know where everything is.
Oh, jeez.
So
I'm just
another
weird like that.
data hoarder, because I got two data hoarders. Maybe we should have a data hoarder anonymous kind of class. We can get some people
Yeah,
together that
we
have
we
these issues,
definitely need one.
because both of you two have issues. But you know what? You see that it's a little bit of an issue. Grindhouse doesn't see it as an issue. He does not see it as a problem. He's like,
Nope.
I ain't got a problem. First way to get help is to see that you need help and see you have a problem. So yeah, it's in again, Grindhouse, one of those people that's all around the place, helping people and also getting under people's skin. But he's one of those people that he tends to say a lot of, you got your inside voice and your outside voice. His outside voice tends to jump out a whole lot. So
I say what's on my mind.
yeah, that's
If I
right.
see stupidity, I'll call it out.
Yeah, that is right. Yeah, and he doesn't like spoon feeding people too much. So we've seen that. I want to say I've seen some of the more big popular builds have still been. I don't know how some of these builds can pump out builds like every week, but I saw another build popped out this week. So
I mean,
shout
all you
out to
can
all the
really
folks that
do,
I
just
can't
change
do
the
it.
images.
Yeah, but I think a lot of them are using some of the builds they're using they're different skins too. I remember using different skins, so I don't know. I don't have the patience. I ain't got time for that.
I have a new guy. He was trying to make builds, and he was going to go with other teams, and they were telling him like a laundry list of stuff. You have to do this, you have to do that. So I'm like, all right, I'll host him for you. And he's doing that also. Like every skin, got to have a build on every single skin.
Yeah, he'll learn. Well,
Yeah,
most people do, because I did it. I would try different builds, and I was constantly. But the problem is it's easy to create a build. It's a pain in the ass to keep it up, to
yes,
update
that
it.
is correct.
And that's where, it's like, well, if you're not going to keep it up, just don't make it. Sometimes I make it just to say, oh, I kind of like that, but I still go back to an old Silva. I go to Silvo and I'm like, I kind of like the way this looks. I know where everything's at. Simple, simple. So, all right. Well, we got that. Let's see. Mike says I just updated Finn on Nexus. No more codec issues. Good, good. I mean, I have very little issues when I'm using Finn. Is it perfect? No, but for the most part, I don't have any issues. So, that's the main thing. All right. So I thought anything else in the K app? I can't think of any other big topics this week. I'm not sure if anybody else had any. Hey, Steven, not sure if anybody else had any other.
Same as last week.
Yeah, there's really not a lot, but just I know that people constantly covering it, so thought I would throw it out there. All right, so bad news, as we always seem to bring bad news. Sling TV is going up in price. Surprise, surprise. We're looking at a $5 increase in Sling TV is going. That's raising the prices. I think it said February.
They don't really have anything
March.
good, do they?
Well, Sling TV has live TV, and they do have. If you're a cord cutter and you're not wanting to learn a lot, Sling TV does a good job of giving you. They have a couple packages. They have the blue package and the orange package, if I'm not mistaken. So if you're a sports person or not sports person, that kind of stuff, it is for like IPTV. It's a legitimate IPTV service, and it's a decent price for what you get if you're not wanting to do a lot of research. You're starting at somewhere. I think they raised it $5. So the orange and blue package together now is going to be $60. So kicked it up $5. I've had Sling TV when it first came out. Yeah. I had Sling TV when it first came out, and I was pretty content with what you got. I think it has a DVR feature and stuff like that. So not a bad deal for folks that are kind of new to learn it. What's up, DJ?
How you doing?
I'm doing very well.
How's everybody else? How you doing, you grumpy old man?
The grumpy old man is younger than you.
Only just.
So
how you doing, Aubyns?
Well?
I'm hoping you're doing well, Aubyns.
I'm slowly getting there. Hopefully.
Good.
Slowly getting there. Thanks for thinking of me.
Definitely. Let's see. So we had another big topic. Oh, I ask. I'll ask a question since DJ just rolled in here. So DJ, which version of the K app are you using on your daily driver, if you even use it?
I do. I use it actually daily. That's one thing I do actually use. At the moment, I'm using 20.
Okay.
But I do have crashes, and like you say, I don't know whether it's down to a skin or, like you say, I would say it's exactly what you was talking about earlier, where it's right into the elementary, and that's what's causing it. Because, like you say, I've only four add-ons.
Oh.
And I'm not using a build yet. I'm using one of my themes as well. And the strangest thing that I've actually noticed is on the estuary, on the K app, on the 20.
Yep. That's the default skin.
Yeah, the default skin. They've actually changed that to a GUI 16. Now, if you download any of a skin from their repo, they're still on 15. So that is something that they haven't pushed. They normally push a different GUI when they do an update to the K app. And this time they haven't. They have on the default. So I don't know whether that's something to do with it. I'm not sure. The one I've got, I've modified mine, so mine's on a 16, but it still crashes.
Oh.
it still crashes. So,
well, I'll send you the thing that's in the shadow room. Did you see that one where it was talking about changing a
yes,
couple lines?
yeah.
I don't know.
I've
Hey,
seen all that. I've
yeah.
seen all that. My view, I don't know whether that would make any difference, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Like you say, I'm no developer. I'm a themer. I'm an XML person in skins. I could be wrong on that.
It's hard to say. I mean, because there's no, but it's because we all have different things installed, so you never know. It's hard to sort out where the crash comes from. So, all right, I
See,
was just curious.
my experience where mine was crashing was actually on the IP simple because I was using it for my sub.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Nah,
That could
I
be
didn't
because
get.
you got to think about a lot of background processes going on with that.
Yeah, yes.
So that definitely could cause.
I have noticed as well that if you don't cache it anymore, it's a lot quicker. A hell of a lot quicker. Because if you go into the actual settings, its default was cache, and he'd cache the EPG as well. And I've turned that off, and boom, flat. Probably about 3 minutes, and mine's completely fully loaded. Not like it used to be back in the old day. You'd put it on, and you'd sit there. It'd be like 10 minutes, and you're still waiting for it to load your channels. Then you'd have to wait for it to load your EPG, and it's.
So that is all right. So what he's meaning by that for some of the people who are like, what's he talking about? So if you have inside the K app, you can actually do an IPTV thing where you're able to put your subscription in there, and all of it's in one. Everything's in one place. I was never a fan of loading all that stuff because it was dead slow. It seemed like the slow boat from China. It would take forever for it to load up. Then it slows down the whole build because all that background processes are getting done, and before you can see the TV guide, which is the EPG, everything. So I keep the two things separate. I always tell them, keep those two things separate because if I'm wanting live TV, I want live TV. If I don't want live TV, I don't want to wait for live TV to load. So, but some people like it all in one. Jam it all together. Not me.
I've always had it in one. I've never been one to use a separate APK for it, even though I can.
Yeah, once you use TV Mate for a little while, you'll stop using anything else.
I've never looked into setting it up. I don't want to.
Great.
I don't want to because I don't want to come out of one app and go into another app. I'm lazy.
Yeah, well, you'll just sit and wait for your EPG to load then. You're going to wait one way or another.
It's like you say, 9 times out of 10, it's 3 minutes now.
Yeah,
that's 3 minutes.
I'm already watching something.
It's not like it used to be. I'd open the K app and just go to the kitchen. By the time I've made a cup of coffee, come back down, it's done. It's ready. So
you should just try out TV Mate just for a giggle, okay? And so you'll see, I need to make my coffee a little bit faster.
It's just one of them things. It's like I say, I've got the APK installed where I can actually go directly into me premium service from the APK. I just don't do it. So I've got Plex. I've got that many people's Plex services. I can actually go in and I just don't. So I've got Marks. I can watch anything I want. I've got Aubyns. I've got Blues. I can watch anything that I want.
We don't want to. Hey, Aubyns, can you cover this? I know that this is right up Mr. Aubyns' wheelhouse, and he is upset about this scripts and possible something going on. I gotta run to the restroom.
Okay, go ahead. Looks like we're gonna have another strike coming on with for the writers and a lot of the actors also. Well, so we're gonna be in for a world of hurt again, like the last time. It was a bunch of years ago, if you guys remember, when they went on strike. Do you guys remember when they went on strike?
No.
I have
No?
no idea.
Wow. Well, you don't watch nothing.
Not sure.
That's when TV shows really got bad, you know, and they were really scraping the bottom of the pot. But it looks like it's going to
Well,
happen
that's everything
again.
nowadays,
I
pretty
guess
much.
everybody wants more money. Yeah. But you know, for the crap that they're writing, I don't think that they deserve it. You know what I mean? Really, for all the shows that have just got canceled too, they just canceled. You know, a bunch of different shows. You know, that new one Reboot that just started, that's already gone. You know, and the other one was that there was a bunch from Paramount Plus that got killed.
Well, I was
You know,
watching
just
La
like
Brea,
uh-huh.
and I just read something about it where they're going to do a season 3, but it's going to be abbreviated.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? What was that, Mark? I missed it.
La Brea.
La Brea,
La Brea.
Oh yeah, Libre.
because dinosaurs and stuff, shit like that is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing that with all these shows. I think it's a big problem. It's a big problem because they've gotten rid of so much other stuff right now.
I know.
Yeah,
I know they've got rid of Doom's Patrol, haven't they? Recently.
Doom Patrol, I think that's in its last season.
Yeah.
If I
Well, he's
remember
only
correctly. Yeah.
he's only
Yeah.
six episodes in that, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, but like you said, the crap they're writing, it's no big loss.
Pennyworth was another one. You know, that from HBO Max that they just killed. Hey Todd,
Yeah, that was a good one.
What can you just go back to that other one that we had up there?
This
yeah. What was the other
Paramount
ones that were canceled?
3 Women, Let the Right One In, American Gigolo. No word on
Gigolo.
I Love That For You, which I don't know. I don't watch that much Paramount, so I was like, what? 3
big
Women.
American Gigolo. That wasn't that a Showtime? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why. I guess that's why they killed that one.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. It was on my list to watch.
Well, don't
I
bother.
thought they had some a good cast, but you know.
Don't
That's
bother.
all it had. That's all it did have was a good cast.
Yeah, I guess so. Because the writing sucked, you know.
Well,
they need new. That's why they need new writers and let these guys that are going to strike, you know, find out, you know, hey, well, I can be replaced, you know.
Well, because they're not writing shows to be entertaining anymore. Everyone wants to get their message in.
Yeah, because there is a lot of too many trying to make sure to check off all the boxes. I think a lot of the writers got to make sure they check off all the boxes. Which do you have to on every show? Can we stick to what the topic is? And sometimes they add stuff for the sake of being politically correct. And not that you can't be, do you have to have it in every single show and when it don't belong there, but you put it in there just to check off that box? I don't know. I don't get it. And one of the things where I was talking about the strikes is that they were saying that that some of the writers are given pennies on the reruns, and it goes to all of these services. You know, with the services, that's a whole new element that was not part of the contracts prior.
Right.
So there's so much that as this landscape of entertainment is that we're getting and how the landscape is changing, they're having to figure out how everyone getting their paid, because the top people are getting theirs and you know, they're getting it, but the people that are actually doing all this work are like, wait a minute, you know, this is showing on here and there, and this service has it, but we're not getting anything. I want to say they said for some of the writers couldn't buy a dinner at Cheesecake Factory with the money that they would get from something showing as a rerun on one of the services. So it's going to have to sort out in everybody making sure they get the pieces. And I think it was about that the minimum amount of money that you're going to get, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
but no matter what they pay them, they're gonna always want more.
yeah. Well, it makes me think of athletes because Blue and I were talking just the other day. We were talking about quarterbacks, and we were talking about how much they make. And I was like, well, he's making, 400 million and 300 million. She's like, huh? And I was like, yeah, that's how much he's making, And it's like, where does that stop? Because, it constantly goes up. So it's the same thing. And that means the price of everything goes up to hit that, because the person at the top of the company's got to still make more than what that person's making, kind of thing. So it's you're creating your own inflation. All right. Well, hey, do you want to cover? We'll jump over here to. I'm not sure if anybody had any people on the side chat, if they had some.
I didn't see anything.
All right. I was gonna go to our favorite topic. That's why I had to run and go get another drink. I had to get another beer because it is time to discuss
The
Plex.
P word.
Plex. What the heck? You had to cover it. We got to talk about Plex, right?
All right. Yeah. I know you got a lot of you guys have been asking about since we've been talking about the Plex Discover that you can leave messages for each other, and I know even me and Mark we were talking last week about it, and we were trying to find a way to get that enabled, and I found a link that that allowed it pretty much,
Yep.
and so we were able to get it working. So with the link that we're going to give you guys on there, you can, if you have a server and you want to have your friends be able to watch list or see their watch lists or what they're watching, or even leave messages for them, you can use that link to turn it
I
on.
posted over there in the
side.
posted right here.
In the side chat.
It's in the side chat. Also is down below. So any topics we talk about, the hyperlinks are down below. So read the whole thing for yourself.
Yeah, and this way you can, see if what you're looking at there now is the watch list. So you can see like what I'm watching, and like I can give it stars, and right below that is a little box where you can click in there and you can reply back to the message or things like that. But you can't do that like on your Shield or a Fire Stick, but that's in the Plex web app. And when you go there, you'll be able to reply back to anyone. The Plex app,
Okay.
even on the phone, it works great.
Yeah, because I was trying to share with people, and they just got emails about it.
Well, yeah, they'll get an email. Yeah, they'll get it because let's say you have someone that that's not on your server, you can have them have it send an email to them, and they should be able to watch that movie.
Oh yeah, that's been for a while with the share.
Right. That's been for a while, right? But you could share that link to a person. Anytime you do send make a change here in that playlist, it'll it will also send an email to them also, in case if they're like Mark and not opening up your Plex to watch anything all day long. But they'll get an email saying, "Oh, okay, you should check this movie out or show out."
And it is nice to be able to message a certain person if you're wanting
Yeah,
to see.
yeah, because not everyone sees it. It's only people that are your friends.
Yeah.
So it's not everyone that's on your server can see it. It only just goes. It's only like a two-way type thing, unless all of those people are on. Or, you're sharing servers together.
I just want to say this. So I wanted
Mhm.
to get people, when we talk about Auburn watches a lot of TV and we make fun of him. Okay, so I'm gonna roll through one day.
You can listen. When you do that, you can go over to friends, get off of activity, and go on to friends, and then you can click on just me. You see that up top, right? And then you can see, what I watch listed.
Right. Now this is one day ago. You go all the way to Grownish for one
Yeah.
day.
Grownish is, I watched
Yes.
Blackish. I watched all of the issues, so I got to watch Grownish.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you want to watch, this man watches so much stuff, and
I see the top right. Mine all say 0.
Oh.
And it is fun to take a look at what people watch. And Aubyns actually sent me, he goes, "Do you watch Raising Hope every morning?" And I said, "Yeah, we actually watch it before we go to work every day. Watch one episode or close to an episode each morning. Great show.
I do that with Law and Order. I watch a ton of Law and Order.
Yeah. So it does fun. You sign in or you sign up for it or don't sign up for it. But yeah. There's nobody watching as much crap as I mean, I thought I watched a lot. There's no way.
Then you can request stuff also for people.
Yeah. It's a great feature. I enjoy it.
Well, like Aubyns said, as long as they're using the web browser and not devices.
Right.
Everyone I
guys,
had
can't
is
hear
using
you all
different
at all.
devices.
What? We can hear you. Hey, what's up, CMan?
Hey, CMan.
We hear you.
Can you hear us?
You can hear
Yeah,
us?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Hey guys,
What's
Hey.
up?
what's happening?
Welcome,
doing?
CMan, our man, another guy that is working diligently and without fail. There's so many people on my panel that always working, always trying to keep people happy and keep them with the content out there.
That's right.
awake.
You
dude,
never
but
keep them happy.
Mark's rubbing off on me. I'm becoming more of a smart ass.
Yeah, that's true. I have seen a little bit more of a curmudgeon attitude. CMan used to never be like that. He was always
No, man, I'm trying, but I lose patience real quick.
Well, it's just the same questions day after day after day get to you.
I know they do. Hey, I hope everyone's doing well. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Awesome.
And you?
In there.
All good. DJ, Mark, how you doing?
I'm alive.
All right, brother.
It's beer 30.
Dabs, Aubyns,
Beer
good
30.
to see you guys.
Thank you for
Yeah,
coming
good to
on.
see you, brother.
It's nice and chilly down there for you, ain't it?
Shit, it's been snowing.
I sent some of my snow down there.
Tomorrow it's 68.
Whew, damn. There's a reverse.
Yeah, 3 days snowed in, so I had to get the hell out of the house for a little bit.
I don't blame you. I
Yeah.
don't blame you. I see, look at Jim saying Shazam build is awesome. It's his go-to. Nice.
Hey, thanks, Jimbo, brother. Appreciate you.
Nice.
Hey,
Nice.
20 is not ready. So
Oh, okay. All right. So for
that's just
you,
my
not ready.
thoughts.
Yeah. I love hearing people's opinions on that.
Skin wise, it's not ready. I don't think so.
It reminds me of the beta, actually, because 20.0 is you're a beta tester to me. You're that guinea pig. You're willing to have some issues, and
Yeah,
you
you
have
are.
to accept it.
Yeah, you are. I think they've
Yeah, but
pushed that.
unfortunately, people don't know that, and they're like, "Oh, something new. I want it."
Well, but some people automatically, if you installed it via the Google Play Store, some people automatically upgraded. And if this was a kicker, and I didn't, all right, so I installed on my Shield, not through the Play Store. I sideloaded, but it was the official version.
Same as
Installed
me.
it, and then I installed it on my phone, the official version on my phone, so that I'd have it on my phone. And the one on my Shield actually updated also.
Yeah.
And it was because of the link of my account with the Google Play. Google Play says, "Oh, well, you got the official version on your phone. Obviously, you want the official version on this device." So even if you check it that you don't want, or you sideload it, if it's installed on one of your apps, you can have it bleed over into other accounts or other devices. So that does happen. I know, what was it? When 19 came out, I was telling people, turn off those auto updates, this and that. But,
but did it update on your phone also?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got both of them
Okay.
updated to 20. Both of them.
That's new.
That wouldn't have applied to me because I'm an Apple lover.
So am I.
Not everyone can be seen.
We can kick you guys off, right?
Well, like you say,
You know, we have an image to uphold over here on this show.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'd done exactly the same as what you did, Debs. I sideloaded it. I'd done it straight from the computer, straight to the Shield, and installed it. And the next, when the release 20 officially released it, I opened it up and saying started for the first time. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I had a look, and it actually automatically updated.
You get that
Even
migration.
though, yeah.
I always know when I see migrating, it says migrating or migration. I'm like, oh, it's too late. Then you're already. It's like you're committed.
I'd sideloaded the RC2 anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But when the official got released in Google, it automatically updated it, and it never used to do it.
Yeah. It does. It was something. Again, for me, it wasn't that big of a deal, but
it wasn't a big deal.
If you're a person that's gonna go along because this is not a hobby you keep up with really close, it is what it is for you, anyways. Because you're gonna ride along with it hopefully you're not using too big of a build. I want to ask, so CMan, for some of your builds, have you been seeing issues when you've been using it? I'm just curious. I know on my builds I haven't seen that many. I've
only got 2 labeled as 20. I set up a 20 section, and I'm not condoning anything under 19 builds to install on 20.
Okay.
And both those builds have very limited add-ons.
Okay. So those are the ones you've tested, right? Then
yes, and they are both working, as far as I'm concerned, fine. I've had no crash issues. So, but I'm not putting a big build right now on 20.
No, it's just I follow. There's some Facebook groups I follow. I don't know, for shits and giggles sometimes, because sometimes I read them and I'm just like,
sometimes I get pissed.
Well,
do
if
any
it's
of
your group,
CMan's builds work on 20? I'm like, you know what? F you.
Oh, hey, I think here's Gutstreak's got. I think we should just take a minute, and I'm gonna stop sharing. I think here's a moment. We're gonna take a moment, and we're gonna talk about if any of you guys have seen this movie. Have any of you guys seen this movie? I have
seen it. Yes,
I have.
Yes.
Mark, did you watch it? No.
Are there boobs in it? Then probably not.
All right. So now we don't give out no spoilers.
No chance of me watching it.
What is your thought? So you didn't watch it, DJ? All right. So
no chance of me watching it.
3 of us have watched it.
It was worth watching.
Movie, so.
No, it's not really. It's not that bad.
I enjoyed it, actually.
No, thank you.
It is not a horror movie, even though it's labeled as a horror movie.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't like stuff that make you jump or make you, and shock you and make your brain start thinking
jump scares.
Weird shit in you. I
normally don't like horror like that. I don't want to be, scared where it's gonna kill me and I'm gonna die in front of the TV one day. No, but this was more funny, than horror. There were funny parts to it. It was really pretty good. I liked it.
It's when you're watching it. All right. So we remember Chucky. Chucky did try to be scary. Chucky tried to be, it was a horror, but it was a little slapstick. This, it's almost comical. Some of the shit they do. When some of the murder scenes, I looked at Blue, and I mean, you're not even scared. I'm like, what? What are we watching here? And she's laughing. Now, she does not like scary movies. She does not like scary movies at all. If she watches a scary movie, she wants to be right here. She wants to be up. After, I don't even think we weren't even at half the movie. She's over there sitting, not scared one bit. I think there was one jump, I think, in the whole movie for me. One part she did want to leave about the animal. She was like going to be bothered by that.
That kind of freaked me out too.
And then it didn't even really turn into anything on that. But
right.
Again,
because you didn't see nothing. Yeah,
it was. if you, it is kind of funny. So you gotta, I don't know. I think everyone should watch it. It's not horror at all. Was there any blood? Did we see blood? I don't even remember if I saw blood.
I don't even remember. What was it towards the end? Maybe. No, not really. No, it's not like you saw a knife going in anyone.
No,
you might have seen a squirt of blood go across the screen.
Yeah.
That was
I
it.
thought
It's
I
nothing.
thought it was fairly well done too. I mean,
Yeah.
for an AI movie, I thought it was pretty cool.
But again, if you're looking for a Friday 13th or Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something, it is nothing like that. I want maybe Scary Movie, close to that, but not as funny as Scary Movie.
Not as funny, yeah.
It doesn't try to be as funny, but again, to me, it was a little slapstickish. So yeah, that was.
It was.
Because I think that they wanted, it was serious, but there was things in it that I was like, what? I'm not scared at all. But it's definitely worth watching. Megan turns Chucky. Yeah, and it was for us with the robot times. I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was good.
I
enjoyed
the movie Plane today. I watched that.
Plane? Oh, I haven't watched it yet.
Plane. No, I didn't watch that one.
I won't say anything about it, but it was. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be really good. Yeah.
Uh-oh. What's your phone, Mark?
It's time to go home.
Oh, go home. Get off work.
All right, maybe I'll jump on when I get home.
Okay. See, this is a man working. Look at this. This is a hard working man right there. Getting paid. We see it. He looks like he's laying on a couch or in a bed.
Getting paid to be on our show. Wow.
All right. See you guys in a bit,
He's
maybe.
double dipping. All right.
Jump back on, Mark.
All right.
So, yeah.
Catch you in a minute, Mark.
All right. Here's another movie we can kind of mention. Menu. Did you guys watch Menu?
No, I didn't watch it.
I loved it.
No.
Menu, completely different type of. I thought this was a unique script. You know what I mean? CMan, it was not. It's not a cookie cutter. Menu was not about what I thought it was going to be about because I had no idea what it was going to be about. I was like, oh, it's a food movie.
No.
I liked it. Did you like it or not like it, CMan?
I loved it.
Okay.
I thought it was very. I mean, it was very ironic. You could see the irony all over the movie. I thought it was very well written and well done. I mean, it was a good movie. Yeah. Anyone that gets it, I think, likes it.
Yeah. So we see some people. Menu. Vizel never seen it yet, or not heard of it. Yes, Menu. It's like you see a chef. It kind of looks like Gordon Ramsay behind a couple characters. Definitely worth watching.
Yeah, he's good.
Good movie. And like I said, I had no idea. Being Blue or flipping channel or flipping. What are we gonna watch? 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 And I'm like, we'll watch that. And then watched it. I was like, wow, okay. This went left when I was not expecting what the movie did. I was like, okay, I'm in for this. All right. We got so we got Jim is asking about player passes. So I'm not sure, Jim. We've talked somewhat about it's hard to pull everybody together and to get things, and it becomes almost I don't know. We've tried figuring out a different format. I'm trying to make it because I want it to be fun, but I want more people to have input and to feel part of the discussion. I don't know. It just feels. I don't know. I know Aubyns loves it, but I feel like I don't know what's missing. Something different.
Yeah. Well, sometimes we'll do a Wednesday night thing on in Telegram, so you can always jump in there, and we'll talk about different movies. So at least we get it out because sometimes we can't contain it till a Friday night show.
And that's if you're on Telegram, Aubyn will create sometimes in Player Pass or in Aubyn's room, or he'll create a live chat. And it's not broadcast. We don't put it on. It's just not online or nothing.
Yeah.
But anybody can jump in. You don't have a camera. You don't necessarily have to have a microphone. You can just listen and type, but it makes it a little bit harder for people to understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that's look at Beach. Screw Player Pass. I never got paid for my appearances. So hey, if we could get some more input, like if we could get Vizel or some other folks also jumping in, I just want to get like a lot of people discussion, because it tends to be just it was and nothing against who we had on the panel at all, to having the panel, but I just want it seemed to be just the same people, and we could never get anybody else to help us and to say, and that, because that's the idea, you want to hear what other people think, and I don't know, so we're still bouncing our heads around. We'll see. So hey, Black Panther. Has anybody in the? I saw Black Panther yesterday. Did any of you two watch Black Panther?
No, I didn't
well,
watch it.
that's because you got a thing against Black Panther.
Yeah. You know, listen,
Hey, at least
I come
you
from,
can say that.
At least I can say it, right?
You can say it. I couldn't.
I'm a guy from that grew up, you know, in the 70s, reading comic books, and you know, I remember getting my Black Panther comics, and it's just not the same, you know, and so that turns me off to it, because to me, when I was a kid growing up and you read a comic book, that's the way you think the story should go, whether it be Black Panther, whether it be the Warlord, whether it be, you know, Jonah Hex. You know what I mean? They screwed that movie up so bad that my head almost blew up. You know, I just don't like that. You know, if you're gonna, don't try to rewrite something that was originally done and done right.
You're talking about
the way I look at that.
Wrote as the comic was written, correct?
Wrote as the comic was written.
Because you were a comic book guy.
Yeah.
So when you're talking, you've read the comic books. You understand the history and where the origin is. And then you're like, well, what Marvel did to what that comic is not the same. So that's what bothers me.
Right. It bugs the hell out of me.
I didn't watch it either.
You haven't watched it? Okay, well, I'm the only one. I don't know. It's missing something. The new one?
Yeah.
And not Chadwick. I'm not saying Chadwick.
I'm just gonna say Chadwick, you know.
They gave you'll see there's extra, there's shouts out to him kind of thing. But they're a true villain in that is missing. It's about 40 minutes too long. Those are two things right off the top when we watched it last night. And you know, Blue, she is a Marvel fanatic.
Yeah, fanatic, right?
And she was like, you know, there was like that. What's it missing? You know what I mean? When you cook something and you put a bunch of stuff, and you're like, this is missing something.
Right.
What's it missing? Do I have too much of something or not enough of something else? That's how I felt with this. I'm like, I like it. There was so many elements, and I'm like, oh, beautiful. This looks so beautiful. Missing a little something. What's it missing?
And then when you think about what they spent on it, you know, I think that's like another issue.
They still tripled their money. I looked at it. It was $250 spent, 800 or I think it was 850 made. They tripled their money.
850 made, but I'd like to know of that 850 who enjoyed it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Who sat there and said, "I want my money back"? Okay, that's why
I'm missing something. Yeah, that's what it's missing, a little something. That's,
you know, I watched the Woman King, and I thought that was really good. You know,
I have not seen that
than any Black Panther would be. I think, you know, I like that storyline a lot better than what they did with Black Panther.
Now, I didn't see Woman King. Did any of you guys see it? Because I saw people bashing on Telegram, and so I avoided it. Did you guys either of you two watch it?
Anybody out in the side chat watch it?
Woman King.
No, I never watched it.
See, I guess CMan didn't watch it. I was gonna watch it, and I saw people bashing it, and I was like,
CMan probably has watched it. He probably fell asleep.
No, he probably's like, oh, shit, if I'm gonna hang with these guys, I need to go get it.
No, I'm right here. I didn't watch it. I'm not into that.
Anyway.
There you go.
Eddie watched it.
Eddie watched it.
Watched it.
Dalton watched it. Okay. All right. Look at Trevor liked it. Richard liked it.
I'm more of a documentary person. I like
you and Eddie both.
Okay. Yeah, I like docs also.
I watched that.
Listen,
I watched the new doc, Rowdy.
Oh, Rowdy Piper.
No.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch.
Yes.
About Kyle Busch. I watched that. That's just come out.
Kyle Busch. I like Kyle
Busch.
He races. Hey, Auburn, that's our boy. Yeah. He races the Eminem car.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did.
Yeah, I know.
Now Eminem dropped him or dropped sponsorship.
Yeah.
That's why I ain't eating M&M's no more. Yeah.
I watched that, and that I quite enjoyed that.
You stopped eating the M&Ms?
I have. I've had to really I've had to curb it.
Wow.
I've been holding back. It's been a week.
Oh, okay. You didn't quit then. You didn't quit then.
You'll be back.
If you sat down on the couch and there was an M&M, under your seat, you're gonna eat it. Okay.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. I ain't that gross.
Just the fluff off it and eat
it. Right. Yeah.
So Rowdy. So you liked Rowdy though, DJ?
Yeah, I watched it.
You're not even a NASCAR guy.
Well, I did quite watch it, but you don't get to see a lot of it in the UK.
Yeah.
And like you say, I did quite enjoy that documentary. It was like you say, it was about when he had his big crash in 2015 and how he actually came back.
Oh, okay.
And won the championship and how he actually won that championship after broke both of them. Well, he broke one of his legs and broke his ankle in another one, and he was 11 weeks out of the car, and he ended up jumping back in the car. And I think he'd missed 11 races or something in 2015, and they were saying he weren't a true champion because he got a waiver or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still, like you say, at one position. I think when he jumped back in the car, he was in 33rd spot or something. He wasn't even in the top 30. And when it comes to going to the championship, he was number one.
Mm-hmm.
So he won that many races to get to the number one spot. So he was number one going to the championship, but they still didn't class it as a proper win because he missed 11 races. And
Yep. So he technically, even though his car was in the races, another driver was driving it.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether anybody else was driving it because.
There's the sponsors are going to put a car in. The car is going to be in the race, but he wouldn't be in the car. You know what I mean? So the number 18 was racing every week. They put somebody else in the car, but that's how that works. But
he actually won like 9 races in a row.
Yeah. He won a lunch.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. All right. So I was a Tony Stewart fan for years. When Tony Stewart raced at the Indianapolis 500. Jumped on an airplane and flew to Charlotte to race in the Coca-Cola 600. He finished in like second or third in the Indianapolis 500, and then came to Charlotte and came in the top 2 or something like that. That year, I said, "That's an MF driver right there." I mean, he just raced a car 1,100 miles, 2 cars. I'm like, that's a driver. So he was my driver for a long time. Tony Stewart retired. Kyle Busch became my driver when I was watching the championship, or not championship, when they race at the in Charlotte, for the All-Star race, which is like the All-Star, it's a bunch of BS. So he was racing at Charlotte, goes into turn 1, catches momentum. There's 2 cars doing this. into turn one, cuts between both cars, foot to the floor, hammer down, and passes both of them. I looked at that and said, that's my MF driver right there. I mean, you know what I mean? Balls humongous to, if you've ever, when I went to Charlotte, I did the experience, the driver experience where you got to sit in the car, race around the racetrack, 10 laps, all by yourself, spotter in your ear, and that's it. And you're racing that, you're feeling that whole racetrack. And I had a complete new respect because I thought, you're driving a car, turning left. Driving a car, turning left.
But it's a physical aspect.
Yes, but it's not even this physical. It's the mental part because I was all by myself just driving. There was another guy on the other end of the track. The whole driving and trying to drive, and I only got up to 163 miles an hour. They drive in excess of 200 going into the corners. And I'm thinking, I can't imagine 41 other cars around me, in front of me, beside me, into the corner, over and over and over. So I had a completely different respect. And when I saw that, I said, that guy's got balls, because that was a scary, when you go into that corner, I'm telling you, if anybody's been to a racetrack, I mean, the wall's like that. I mean, you see it and you're like, oh my God, how the hell?
Try it on a bike. Try it on a motorcycle. Okay? Surrounded by all this metal. Okay? No. Do it on a bike in the rain. Okay?
No.
Okay?
No, when you came to see me and it was pouring rain.
Yeah.
And you drove through Pennsylvania to come see me, I said, you a crazy mug. And I said, what the hell are you thinking? And you're like, well, I was coming to meet you. I was going to see you. And hey, it was pouring rain when you drove to see me on that bike. And the mug drove a bike. And it was pouring rain and semis. And I was driving Blue's Toyota. I'm like this, driving down the road because you couldn't hardly see. And then his ass is driving on a damn motorcycle. Balls to you, man.
Right. It's a lot different. A lot different in the rain. It's a lot different. You know, you got four wheels under you. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll give it to you. I couldn't believe you made it. When he was already there before me.
I saw pictures of that. I was like, holy shit.
It was raining so hard. No lie. I could hardly see. I had the windshield wipers doing this. And I'm driving. I'm like, I can't hardly see.
Do it without wipers.
No, that's what I'm saying. I can't imagine. And your ass is damn Harley. Man's got.
I got another quick show for everyone since we're just talking quick about shows. But I just started watching. It's a new Netflix show, like The 100 or something like that. It's like the Hunger Games, except in a reality format now. And it is. I watched the first episode. I can't wait until after we're done watching, Tough Man tonight, so I can get back to it, because this thing was. I'm like, this is like right up my alley. Because I liked not Hunger Games. I'm sorry, the Squid Game.
Squid Games.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like
because you're saying Hunger Games. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, it's like the Squid Games, and it's
the 100. What'd you call it?
I think it was the 100. Let me just look quick and see what the name was.
I know that there was the 100, that TV show that was back when. Wait,
no, not that one.
Yeah. All right, I just flipped it. No, that's the wrong one.
Okay.
I just pulled it up on that. It said Netflix. No, because there's the one where they're on that spaceship, or
no.
That's the Ark.
The Ark, that one I want to start. The first episode came out. It was bad. It sucked. I was hoping it was going to be good because Dean Devlin did it, and he was a writer on it, and I like him as a writer.
It tanked. It's got a 3.7 rating at the moment.
That sounds just about Aubyns speed. He loves them damn 3-point movies.
I do.
I watched.
No wonder we stopped Player Pass.
I watched the first. I watched the first 20 minutes of it, and I switched it off It was like, we're supposed to
Physical
be in the
100. What's
we're
up, Charles?
we're supposed to be
Hey, what's up,
supposed to
folks?
be in the future. This show, the arc, it's supposed to be all set in the future and all this, and you got people there with like 20th century glasses on. And it's like, huh?
Oh,
Then they put
man.
then they put the helmets on, and they just put this helmet on a spacesuit, and it automatically seals.
Oh,
It's
gosh.
like, huh? So,
The name of
I
that
got
show
physical
was
100.
Physical 100.
All right,
Yeah.
hold on. I'll grab. Hold on. Let me. I'll present that. I think I found it. Just as I typed it in. So physical 100. This looks
Yeah.
like some man porn to me.
No, that's
So what is this?
So
I mean,
Mark
not
might
just
watch
a,
it. It's like I said, it's like it's like a competition. It's a reality type show.
reality.
It's a competition with MMA fighters.
like American Ninja.
A little bit different
Yeah.
because I can't say much because I'm only in the first. I just finished the first episode.
Oh, that's what you saw. I saw that you'd watched it. Okay.
Right. And
Okay.
I was hooked. It's going to be reading for you because it's a Korean Japanese type thing, and so the subtitles.
Okay, I don't know. I might try it. I might
Give it a
try.
try.
It. I don't watch. I'm watching on
Skinning
Netflix.
legend in the house. TK.
Whoa, TK? No way.
Yeah, he's in the house.
What?
Oh,
Holy
TK.
shit.
It's in whose house?
Baha.
Wait,
TK.
no. That was Mark, the grumpy old man. Oh,
There's
you talking
Mark.
about over in the side chat?
Yeah, side chat.
Oh, I thought you meant here. I was like, wait, that.
No, I wish.
Oh, yeah, TK, great Skinner.
One of the best ever I've seen.
Awesome.
Super guy too.
Yeah, willing to share anything.
Except his wife.
It's
Hey, like Mark, like the grumpy old man asked.
it's about
It's
about time TK jumped back in the chair.
Yeah, come on. I mean, it's skinning. What the hell?
I'm sure he's enjoying the time off.
Yeah.
The pain in the ass. Sometimes it becomes a pain. And I want to say hi to Charles. I saw he's over in the side chat. Yep, nice to see you, bro.
Good
Nice to see him.
man.
Nice to,
Hey, Charles.
if he ever gets an Oculus, he can hang with us. Same as CMan. If he ever gets an Oculus, he could join us on some of our other non-broadcasted just bullshit sessions where we just sit around, play games, and bullshit.
Swear a lot.
I got a wife too. She bitches a lot too.
Yeah, does she?
Well, she
Money.
bitches about Cody.
Yeah, well, that's because it's a lot of time. Just back off. You back off a little bit and let somebody else do certain things. And hey, you got time.
Yep, I've seen a lot of marriages ruined by Cody.
Yes. Yeah, that is true. That is an actual that is a fact.
That is the truth.
That is a fact. Because people get they're like, why are you spending all your time doing that? What about me? Don't you want to talk to me? And I don't feel bad one bit for Charles. Got money. He just tight as mo. He is a tight man. He like this with his money. Like, come on. I remember trying to get him to get Real to Brid. Took me a year and a half to get him to come off a Real to Brid. And then once he got it, he goes, I don't know what I was waiting for. The shield. That was
there are
another
a lot of people.
Would you just get a shield? He kept those fire sticks. And I was like, just get a shield. I don't know what I was waiting for. Once he finally, I don't know what I was waiting for. I don't know either. I kept telling you, come up off that damn money, man. I'm not telling you to go to the strip club tossing damn hundreds. No, I ain't doing it. Look at Funster says my wife.
I saw that. That's what I was laughing at.
Yeah,
my wife's glad I have a hobby. She doesn't mind it.
She's like, yeah, he leaves me alone.
Well, I'm retired. Shit, she works.
That's the thing about with sometimes I know that
more reason to get one.
Now, see with Blue with me and with the Oculus, she actually will encourage me to go ahead and get online. She'd be like, "Why don't you go ahead and get on with your friends?" Because then it gives her time to do what she wants to do and to watch
think
what she
for
wants.
herself, because you talk too damn much. That's
Ow! Ow!
Oh, she also likes hearing us
from her.
swear.
I hate to tell you, this is coming from her. You know. Yeah.
So I think she sent you a message.
Everybody struggles to get a
gets
word in.
break.
That was one of the hardest 3 days of freezing here in Texas. Was my wife being home. They shut down everything.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm not used to you being home.
Yeah. It's true. In the southern states, in us that live up north, don't understand that. When you're in the southern state, shit stops.
Everything stops.
And there's no,
yeah,
oh, we're sorry, we're closed. It's snowing. Did you look outside? Did you see that dusting? Oh, that shit, we're done.
Other than schools being announced, nah, we're closed. Sorry.
Yeah. And there's no, all right, so today, what was it? Minus 20 something, 25, 26 this morning when I left for work. And snow on the ground, of course.
Celsius?
No, that's Fahrenheit.
Oh, really?
Minus Fahrenheit.
Oh,
and you know what? There was no, there was two people I know, two teachers couldn't come in because their car wouldn't start. And they expect you to be there. There's no, hey, it's cold or it's snowing. When we had that snowstorm yesterday, it was blowing like us. I posted on Facebook that squall. We were sitting there in the classroom, and if we'd have been in the South, it'd have been like, all right, everybody go home. You know, I remember in North Carolina, you go home. Everybody go home. There, oh, that looks bad outside. Yeah, that does. It looks real bad. All right. Back to what you were doing. It's like, we need to get on the roads. We got to get home. Your shift's not over yet.
I showed my wife that picture of you driving the other day, and she's like, holy shit.
Yeah. And there's no, I mean, the school's canceled if they can't clear the roads for the buses.
Yeah.
So the buses stop. So they say, but no buses. Teachers all still go to school. And the school's still open. And if you send your student to school, your student can stay at school. And your student can go to classes or go whatever. But the school is still open. The schools, whereas in the South, school's closed, optional teacher work day, or whatever the case is. Nope.
Well, the only time it's bad here is
in New York, they keep
everything
it open.
Closed.
Yeah, New York, places by me in Chicago.
Yeah, they keep that open because that's how they get paid for it. You know what I mean?
The only time it's bad here is when it first snows, because everyone lost their mind. They're like, "Oh my God, what is this stuff?" They forgot within a year, and they drive like idiots.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Let's see. Eddie says 23 Fahrenheit, -5. Now there was a lot of wind, and I don't even count the wind. The wind was
brutal. I bet.
Eddie is the Telegram snow forecaster.
Well, and Eddie lives east of me, southeast of me, and his weather tends to be a little worse because he gets some of that lake effect snow from the Great Lakes. So me being farther north, I don't get that as much. For some reason, he always gets more snow than me, and colder weather.
Bad internet.
Oh, I thought he was further north than you because I'm thinking,
no,
he's got all that snow and stuff.
He's
all the time.
southwest of me because he's north,
I don't look at a map of Canada really, because
it's one line.
It's all Canadians. They're all Canadians.
Oh, one big state.
It's all one big state, except for the people that talk French. You know what I mean? So it's not. It's only like it's two states. Because I consider all of
French,
North America.
non-French.
Right. I think of all of North America. Like Canada is ours. It's just two different states because we own all the way up to Alaska. So that's why I don't really pay attention to Canada.
So Auburn has claimed the whole West Coast.
Yes.
Part of the Yukon.
You can keep it.
Yeah.
He's got it.
We don't use it, it's just like how Canada, wanted to, be part of Greenland and all that, we don't care about up that far.
But the problem here in Texas is no one knows how to drive in it.
No.
Well,
And you're not
except me.
No one knows how to drive in general.
Well, that's true too. But,
I mean, do you guys have heaters in your house? I mean,
oh hell yeah.
Okay. I mean, I know. Remember last year when you guys had or was it 2 years ago, the ice storm or snowstorm and knocked out all kinds of power and
people were
stuff?
freezing,
Well, yeah. But it wasn't that bad this year, but it was 3 days of BS.
I think about those people in the UK with no air conditioners.
Yeah.
I can't understand how you can live without an AC.
Me either.
I think I'll be heading to Texas in April.
It's called sweating your Auburn. In the UK, it's called sweating your off without any aircon.
But why don't people have them?
Because it's not the right climate.
Or 2 weeks a year or 3 weeks a year. You think? Do you want to have that for 3 weeks a year?
Well, that's it. It's like say, it's probably between, I would say, June, August, and September. That's probably the hottest period in the UK, and during that period, you probably won't go above like 90 or 110 Fahrenheit.
Oh. But how can you not have any? Okay, what about like a business that you go into a business?
They probably do in like office blocks. They do in office blocks. They'll have air cons in office blocks, but
all right,
not in a general
not
homes.
in the house.
No.
Hell with that. No, I'm not sleeping in the heat like that. Nope.
Yeah, the sleeping would be the hardest part.
Yeah.
Sleeping would be hard. I mean,
that is the hardest.
I had AC.
If
as
you guys
can
go
share,
anywhere,
central air. Us folks in the South, we know what central air is. We all had central air.
We're spoiled, I guess.
If you were to come to the United States and sleep at night in AC, would you think you'd be frozen cold, or that you'd be like comfortable, like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever done in my life?
Probably cold.
Okay. All right.
Like, bloody hell, it's cold in here.
It's bloody cold. Bloody cold.
Bloody hell.
But they think 78 degrees Fahrenheit is cold.
Yeah, like 10 in Florida.
Yeah, that's why they don't tan in the UK.
Yeah, they're all white.
All white.
But hey, think about it. I even in the summer when I was down south, I always turn the AC up, which makes the temperature lower, and then pull me a nice warm blanket. With the room would be cold, and you'd have a comforter on, and the AC just
me too.
That's some good sleeping there.
Yeah.
Thinking about global warming, don't worry about that. I feel good tonight. I got a hard day tomorrow. Oh my God, we went all off as central air is.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. It is
whatever.
What it is. It is. Man. I have Stuart. I'd die without AC. Yeah. Tan needs a blanket with 70.
More like you'd kill somebody without AC, because when you get hot, you think I'm grumpy now. Wait till I get hot.
Again, Florida and all their murders. Florida got a lot of crazy mofos in there. Why?
Yep.
It's too hot and humid. And anybody that's been
that is humidity. I think
humidity.
So because they don't have the humidity over there in the UK.
And we were talking to some students about that, and they didn't understand what humidity when they talk temperature. They're thinking when I do the Celsius Fahrenheit, and they're like, "Well, that's not that bad." I'm like, "But do you know what humid is? That there's that added factor. Humidity and heat is as a multiplier, and just like wind chill, it is a multiplier and can create some crazy people.
You should get a humidifier and put it in the classroom, and let them see what it feels like.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Where they're
You live
sweating their
in the
balls off.
South and you walk outside and start sweating in the summer and it's 78, 80
Yeah.
degrees. I mean,
That's bad.
it's not that hot, but
Yeah.
go to Houston
hmm
and that's horrible. I mean, that's 100% every day.
Oh.
That's where my son's at. He's just outside of Houston.
Oh,
He says, because I asked him if it was if it
Yeah.
was snowing. He goes, "It's been cold or cool." He said, "But we didn't have no snow like you guys had the up in the upper ends of Texas." And he said, "No." He says, "We always have the Gulf wind." He says, "It's." He goes, "You don't get that." He said, "But humid." He says it almost smells like wet, swampy. He said, "Wet feet." Like
yeah.
that wet smell, damp in the whole air. He says it's just kind of swampy smell and feel.
I lived in Houston for 8 years. Yeah. You're at sea level.
Yeah.
Well, Ellie says that women are in bikinis at 70 degrees where she's at. So I think I need some
Bring it
photographic
on.
proof. I need pictures to make sure you're telling the truth.
Or videos.
Mark will put them on his add-on.
He doesn't judge.
No, he doesn't.
Oh man, somebody decided that he wants to play with the microphone cable.
What, the cat?
Your cat?
Yeah.
The cat. Yep.
So yeah, it is different.
Yeah, I think that we should get to some of the other things.
I forgot what else.
We're already yeah, we had some other stuff.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Damn, Aubyns always keeping me on point.
Yeah, I've been holding back.
All right, yeah, Aubyns like, can we get back to my subjects?
No, I don't care about my subjects.
No,
because I'm just saying that it's getting close to 7, and we're gonna start. And we're gonna start getting these spam messages from a certain person who's gonna say,
there's a fact. All right, so
tonight.
So a couple things here. If you're in an area that can get Frontier cable internet, they are rolling out the 5G fiber internet. So if you're in an area that can have this, which sometimes it seems to be the same areas all get all the good internet. They are offering it, and you're looking at about $155 a month, but you're looking at 5G speeds up and down. So your Plex server would run awesome in these kind of situations.
Now, just on a quick note, I know that a lot of providers have been fudging their news about what they can perform, and because there's been a big battle because of that other law that was passed about everyone getting the internet.
It was like high speed for everyone.
Yeah, high speed for everyone, and so you have the ISPs that are coming in with numbers that aren't right, so that they're forcing other places not to be able to get the internet high speeds. So just keep that in mind. If you're in an area that you really want it and need it, talk to your send messages to your governors or whatever you have to do to say I need this. I'm not getting these speeds. That they're not offering it to me, because they could bump it up very easily, but they don't want to.
And just because
they're waiting to. Yeah, go ahead.
Just because your company says you get 100 meg does not mean you get 100 meg. Test it at your device, at your router, with an Ethernet cord.
With Ethernet cable.
We've talked about how to do some speed tests to find out what true internet, because a lot of times people say I have fast internet, or I'm getting I pay for 100 meg, and then they find out they're only getting 20 meg. So just do some tests and make sure you're getting what you're paying for.
Yeah.
This was kind of an interesting thing. that Facebook secretly is killing users' batteries, and this has to do with a worker that's claiming a lawsuit because he feels like he was unjustly fired. The premise of this lawsuit is that he's saying that Facebook and other companies basically negatively test software by trying to test people's battery by draining their battery to see how much the app is pulling their battery. And he says he worked with Meta, and it was with the Messenger app, and he was asked to basically really overuse people's data and their battery to try to see the length, that how much data that the apps were using, and the drainage on batteries. And he basically refused because he said this is harmful, because what if someone needs their phone for an emergency, and with our Messenger app we've just drained their battery for our test that they can't reach help. And he said, and so he complained and got fired. Now he is asking for a lawsuit. But it's an interesting thing to say. Are these some of the? Have you ever noticed some of your? Have you ever noticed that your battery died a whole lot faster on certain days than others, even though you have the same apps all installed? And there has been days that I thought about that, even though I have a pretty good battery and a good phone, that I have noticed my battery. I'm like, why am I down to 20% when normally I'd be at 60%? Maybe I was part of that negative testing. So
yeah.
So yeah, he's
and a lot of people don't realize a lot of times, like, battery calibrations do help, because every time you charge that battery, it there's like a number that's associated with it, and you can reset that, and then this way your battery lasts all of a sudden a hell of a lot longer, because the battery company wants you to buy a new battery, of course, but
we saw that with Apple.
Yeah,
remember, Apple used to
to
use updates to make your phone slower and battery die faster, so that you'd have to buy a new phone.
Oh, that's BS.
I don't know.
The new iPhone has a great battery.
The new one, yes, the new one,
because it's new.
But if you go back a couple phones, how's the battery doing? I mean, of course, the new one.
It was crap.
So you think that Apple is really going to fix the problem?
But no, but there
or
has been
let someone buy another battery.
There has been numerous reports where they show that they nerf older versions to make the battery not last as long on the older models. And you know what I mean? As technology grows, sure, batteries get bigger, sure. But could you, when you do updates, can you protect the battery and make the thing last longer? Or are we just going to, you know what, if this drains the old phone, well, then that means they have to buy a new one. That's been urban legend for a long time. So,
well, I mean, are there any phones nowadays that you can even change the battery in?
No, I don't think so.
Not without really kind of taking it apart. I mean,
they phased it out with the headphone jacks.
Right, right. That's why you recalibrate the battery. That's why you do that. Because
is that one of those apps that I can download through that little pop up that it tells me, "Hey, calibrate your battery"?
No, well, if you look for the right one, it'll work, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, my battery's working a hell of a lot better now. Because it resets that number, and then because it normally when it says it's charged, where it brings it back down, it's not to the same levels. It'll stop at 200 instead of going back down to 0, and then the next time it'll stop at like 275. But once you calibrate the battery and reset it back to 0, it says, oh, okay. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do.
I never noticed any problems. The only problem that battery usage is doing the VR stuff, because I use my phone as a hotspot.
Yeah, that's got to drain power, though. That's a lot of data up and down.
Yeah.
I would
drain
think.
power. I always found that drained mine.
Yeah.
Using mine as a hotspot. And the other thing that I found that drained mine was if I used Google's Maps in my car instead of my sat
Oh
nav,
yeah.
it always drained my phone.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it always got warm as well on the back.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
It
and
would-
they're saying now that Google Maps isn't gonna have to use your data anymore. It will just use just the satellites.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's something that I just read about. But that's something new.
That's pretty good. That's interesting because I would,
Yeah.
because when I've traveled, that's a lot of you're
Mhm.
especially if you're traveling using the
Yeah,
nav
the
system.
map. Yeah, yeah.
I won't
yep.
ever own a Google phone.
Yeah, I thought about it a little bit when I keep seeing these ads for the Pixel, and I'm like, oh man, the ads look so good, and they talk about the camera, and I'm thinking, but do I really need all that fancy shit on my camera?
I'm an iPhone guy. Always have
Yeah,
been.
no.
I use it for a phone. That's it.
Like me.
There you
It
go.
said just for a phone.
Yep.
Spend all that money to use it as a phone.
Yep.
Yep.
Coulda got a
I
phone.
know, right?
Why? I
Yep.
mean, what's the point in anything else?
All right, so hey, we'll jump over here to a couple things with Amazon. With if you're looking to save some money, there are some refurbs as well as discontinued Woot, which I have talked about on the show numerous times. I haven't talked about it in a while. Woot, WOOT, a great website for not stuff that is not the newest items, like say when version 3 is out, Woot would have the version 2, and you can find some great deals.
Yeah,
So
what would
Woot,
give you Cody 19? So
Woot,
Yeah.
Woot had to get a shot to go to the doctor when I got some Woot. But Woot, it's got lots of items. I saw here a 4K stick for $17. Of course, it was sold out. But $17 if you were one of the people that could have got it. $17. It's those refurbs or whatever. But great website to check out. I definitely add that website as one of your daily checkouts. One of the other, what did I have here? Amazon is also giving away 9 video games worth over $100 to all Prime members. So I'm not sure. Elder Scrolls, I remember that was a PC game from way back in the when.
yeah,
So they're giving out numerous video games. So if you're a person that has Amazon Prime and you want to get some different games, and these will be for free, they will be on certain dates. So keep an eye at the date that
so they're
they're
trying
giving.
to do like Microsoft and PlayStation.
Yeah. And Steam does that, I think. That there's
Yeah.
certain games that they give away certain days. I know that Roger.
Yeah.
has done this.
They're
There's
all
certain-
really
Okay.
terrible. So,
Yeah. So you can check it out, see what you want on that. The last main topic before we get to Aubyns stuff was, this is just a word of advice and being careful. If you're a person that's looking for a new graphics card, we're having a lot of crypto miners that are still trying to offload their video cards that they paid and they were hoping to make a mother load on and they didn't. So this article, check it out, is the URLs down below. If you're looking to get a video card and you want to make sure that you're not buying a worked out a card that's been run through the ringer as a crypto miner for a long time, this has some signs that you can look for that may be able to clue you in on that this card has been used a lot. And even there, some of the crypto miners are trying to paint the chips to make them look new. So read the article if you're in the market for a new graphics card and you're wanting to buy a used card. If you're looking for a new card, that's not an issue. But if you're wanting a used card, make sure to read through this article to look for the telltale signs of a card that may be been used as a crypto miner and been mining for 6-8 months or a year or two, and you don't want to be paying a lot if you're doing that.
Buy it from a reputable source.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely you want to buy it from a reputable source.
Talk about
Even on Amazon, there's some third-party sellers with the SSDs. People are buying SSDs, and then they open them up, and there's an SD card in there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And talk about Amazon. I thought I had a link in there about packages that you get from Amazon. You ever get a package from Amazon and it's got a little white sticker on it? They might send it to you all of a sudden in a bag, and it's got like a white sticker on it, and that shows that it's like a second user.
Yeah, it's a return
it's a return, or something. So keep your eyes open for that. If you see that, you could just call Amazon up and say, "Hey, no, I don't want this," and return it and get a fresh one if you have to put it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm no
Good
issue
point.
with that. All right, let's get going.
Okay. All right. Which
All right.
one you starting with?
So this is one of the sites. This was the sorry, I'm not looking at that. This was the web. ImmuniWeb.
Okay.
So this is basically checking websites.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find my link here for it. One must be at the bottom there. Yeah. Yeah, the ImmuniWeb. This one will you can put a website in there and it will check to make sure that the site is safe. So before you go to a site, you know nothing about that site, you can put the website in their link box there and find out if it's a safe site.
And I will say, I ran my website, and mine was an N. to tell you, because there was a lot of things because I use my website, but I don't. It's not even a web page. There's a lot of things that I don't have set up. But this is a B plus. Cody TV is B plus. I was an N, which I think it said it couldn't judge it because I had so many things that wasn't a website.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So your other website here is Mockups.
Okay, Mockups. Now this one, let's say you have something that you want to get printed on a shirt or a cup, a mug, or whatever. This site will allow you to basically make a mock-up of it, and so this way, then you can have the artwork ready to go to the printer or person that's gonna put it on. I know like some malls have shops that do shirts or whatever. They could make an iron on or whatever, and you can make up whatever you need.
The other thing I think about this one, it's so you could actually be selling the shirts before you actually had them made.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this is what it's going to look like whenever I get it printed. But because it like this, you can see the guy's shirt is kind of got a little, some waves in it.
Yeah.
So you could make it look like
it's going to look like. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
No. All right. You've got Friends 5 for you with the folks with a lot of apps.
Yeah, me friends. This one will allow you to take all of your social media, I guess, sites and be able to get all the messages all in one spot, just to make things easier for you. So I don't use it because I don't have that many sites that I use, but this will allow you to do that.
Let me look at this complete list. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I ran my website and I got an A.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'll probably get a Z.
Oh yeah, because your site has actually been banned from my ISP. Your site, your ISP was actually flagged as dangerous.
It was at one point because Somebody hacked it.
Oh, that's why. Okay. So
Hey
got,
guys, I gotta run.
all right,
Hey,
CMan.
enjoyed
Thank
it.
you for
See you,
joining the
CMan.
show again,
Hey.
folks. That's
Okay,
CMan.
man.
Check him out.
Thanks.
Catch you later,
guys.
bro.
You too, brother.
So these
Y'all
are some
take
of
care.
the later, bro.
Everyone in the side chat, be good. Aubyns, Dabs, Mark, DJ.
Anytime, brother.
Good.
See
Thanks.
ya.
I'll chat to you later.
All right. Take care.
Take care. Bye.
So Frank's got there's a lot of ads or apps.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, Mark, run mine.
Oh, that Mark run it. All right, and then the last website that for sites of the week, which are all down below, folks. If you want a URL for any of these websites, check down below. We have interview warm up.
Yeah, I've been out in the real world lately, since I had to go to doctor's appointments and have to deal with idiots in the street, because normally I'm always sitting at home, playing Plex, but
Playing.
I don't understand how some of these kids even get hired at these jobs that they do. The things that I see going on out there, I say that just get me back in the house. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with them.
You
The
got to sort that PC out, Auburn. It's terrible.
yeah, I know.
That's all right.
I
We're
know.
almost to the end. We're good.
Yeah, we're almost done. But this will allows you to practice an interview. This web page, so you can it has questions it'll ask you that you would normally get on an interview, and sees how you answer them, and they help you get better on an interview.
I read something along these lines that there's this chick, she's making a shitload of money from teaching kids and teenagers how to talk on the phone.
Wow.
Because they don't know how to do it.
Well, no, because they're using text.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I mean, you can tailor your certain questions to certain categories, and so then it tailors. It helps you tailor your answers.
Do they give you occupations?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Put
they,
in stripper.
They have like a breakdown.
Oh wait, it doesn't have stripper. I mean, it's only got certain jobs here.
There's only one thing you need for the interview there.
Yeah. A rack. That's it.
Yep. That's it.
No. All right. So this is to help some of you. Maybe that's how some of the people you had to deal with, Auburn. Maybe that's how they got a job. Maybe they used this website.
Maybe they did, but I don't think they're smart enough to do that.
Well, it's like I showed you guys on the Oculus. There's that freaking app for living daily life. It's like, really? Someone's going to pay $30 to live life? It's ridiculous. Like you said, these kids don't know anything nowadays.
They don't know a thing. They
So,
don't. I can't deal with it.
Did you get my site that I sent you, Dabs? About the Netflix password sharing? Because I know you love talking about that.
No, I didn't. I missed it. Well, you might have sent it to me, but then I didn't. I probably just thought you were bitching about something. Oh, yes. I see. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
I guess it gives you a good way to get around it also.
All right. So here we go. All right. So this was, I saw this and I kind of, Netflix new password sharing rules and how to get around them.
Basically, what the premise is they let you sign in to different devices as a home device because they realize some people might be away from home.
Yeah.
So
it's only supposed to be for 7 days.
So, well, I mean, still every 7 days, or I think it was not 7 days. I thought it was longer. But anyway, I mean, it's kind of like with the K word, how you do reel the brid. You know, you'll get a code, you put it in, and people can use your shit. So it's kind of a way to get around if people still use that said service once every 31 days.
Yeah, 31 days. And again, these are tested. They have not rolled this program out into North America or even Europe. This has basically been tested in Central and South America. So there's a lot of is it going to be this way? Is it going to be that way? There's no definite answer. So we're going to have to see. I'll post this in the Streaming Matters room, and people can take a look. And if you're looking how to get
Well, I
around,
mean, Netflix is Win Aspire. It says they Win Aspire is updating their sharing your Netflix account help center page. So it's probably coming pretty soon.
Yeah, I think we talked about it a few weeks ago. I think it was the end of April or the end of March. I can't remember which one it was that they said
End of March, I think it was.
that they were going to roll it out into North
April
America.
1st.
Yeah.
It was something like that. I remember us talking about that. They announced that was their target date. So, we'll see. Ain't not much you can
April
do.
1st, because we said, yeah, it's going to be April Fool's. Yeah, that's what it was.
All right. That was
all right.
Aubyns Sites of the Week. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Okay. I just wanted to let everyone know I gave you 4 because it's been a while since I've given you any.
Yep.
But I just want to go over quick about the fights because this weekend.
Yep.
Because next week we got the Super Bowl, but I know that I don't even know if the Beach is still even out there on the side chat right now.
Oh,
he must be really cursing me.
He's all right. They say he's just missing the national anthem. He's okay.
So as for the fights,
events for this weekend, yep.
Yeah, we got Tough Man tonight and tomorrow at 7 p.m.
West Virginia Tough Man contest. Yep.
Yeah. And we have Uriah Faber's A1 Combat 8. In Tachi Palace. I don't know where that is, but it's in Cali because it starts at it's Pacific time. The main card is 7 p.m. Pacific. The prelims were at 6 p.m. So 7, that's 9, 7, 8, 9, 10 p.m. here is the main card. We have PFL on. What is that? Tomorrow night?
Yeah, I think that's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow at 9 p.m. 6 p.m. Pacific.
Professional fight? Was it Professional Fighters League? Like that?
Yeah, Professional Fighters League. Yeah, they're doing these series, and so I think tomorrow night is what is it? Challenger Series Week 2. Yeah, it's a Challenger Series Week 2. I don't remember if that was like a lightweight type thing or something like that. As for UFC, now that one is one. It's going to be Lewis versus Spivak, but it begins at what is it? On Saturday night at 10 p.m. is the prelims, and the main card doesn't start till 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Yeah.
That's like UK kind of life, right there.
I know, yeah, and this is coming out of what do you call
Las
it?
Vegas.
Las Vegas. This is in Vegas. I don't know why they're doing it this late, but I guess there are a bunch of UK people that say, "Hey, we're done staying up this late."
They want to get up at 6 a.m. or no, so 10 p.m. would be prelims would be starting at like 4. Yeah, 3 or 4. That'd be 3 or 4 a.m. So, okay.
Yeah, so that's going on with that. Bellator tomorrow night. Bader versus Fedor. So that's that Fedor 2. That's the second fight between them. Main card is at 9 p.m. tomorrow. So we'll have if we're gonna do anything on big screen tomorrow, there'll be a couple fights, but there's not going to be any UFC till really late, so I don't know if anyone's gonna keep up with that. Maybe we can play the slap fights from the power slap.
That's true.
You
That's
know,
true.
if anyone has what.
Yeah, that's
Tonight
and tomorrow.
and tomorrow.
And tomorrow.
Yeah.
And UNC versus Duke in the basketball game tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'll be watching that.
Okay. Who do you want?
UNC. Only team to pull for. Fuck.
I know. You know I was joking with you.
I know. Fuck 'em. So, all right. So I want to, before we'll go ahead, I'm going to say thanks to CMan for jumping in here. Thanks to DJ. Thanks to Mark, you guys for hanging with us. And DJ, anything you want to say before we go?
Sorry. Sorry, I'm here. It was. I just put my mic on mute.
Oh.
Fuck's that. I was trying to find my mouse. I was mucking about with my NVIDIA Shield. No, nothing. Just thanks for sending the invite and having me on the show, Dabs.
Oh,
and everybody out there, and thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Oh, you got a B- on your site.
Oh, that's not too bad. A B-.
Holy moly! I gotta look to see why my site got an N.
That's not too bad, Mark, is it?
Nope.
Or is it
fine.
N for?
I'm fine with it.
Or is it an N for newbie?
Yeah, that. Oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Dang. Aubyns, anything you want to say before we go?
Thanks everyone for coming out like usual. You make my Friday nights. That's it gets no better than that. You know, you're the only people I'll deal with talking with, because I'm like Mark. I hate people. It's like you don't. Yeah, listen. If I didn't get off of the street, I'm telling you, I'd be hurting someone out there. I would. I just can't deal with stupid. I just can't do it. I'm done with dealing with stupid.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I just let other people deal with it now. I can't be bothered anymore.
See, that's what happens when you get to a certain age, you know.
It's not
maybe it's because he's still working in a school, you know.
It's not a certain age thing, Aubyns. It's just down to the fact that you get the same question on and on and on, day in, day out, and gets a bit repetitive. And read previous chats.
Yeah.
Yep. But Redneck says I'm getting new members.
Yeah, and I Hate People Club. You know, maybe Mark, you guys should create a group like that. I think you could have a room. You probably.
I think we could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
he's already got one. He's already got his own room.
All right, so let's roll out here because I got to eat my dinner. Thanks for everyone joining. Massive thanks to all the people that are willing to jump on the show. This show is always open for whoever wants to jump on here, talk about our topics. And we sometimes we went on movies. We weren't even talking about movies. What the fuck, we know. So, but thanks again, CMan, for coming on here. DJ, Mr. Grindhouse, thank you. And you guys, there's plenty of add-ons out there, a lot of products or things to install. Join the Telegram groups and find some knowledgeable people, get some information, and then make a decision on your own. There's lots of stuff out there. Don't always listen to somebody trying to sell a VPN. If they're selling a VPN, maybe they're not telling you the truth. So, hey, thanks to everybody, and we'll see you guys on the next one, because streaming matters to us, because streaming matters to you. See you on